The path forward, healing or harm. The future of Kanye's relationship with Jay-Z and Beyoncé is uncertain. The apology, while notable, does not erase the pain of his words. For Jay-Z, a father and mentor, forgiveness may hinge on Kanye's actions, not just his words. Beyoncé, fiercely protective of her twins, may be less inclined to reconcile, her silence a shield for her family. Their lack of response suggests a focus on peace over public drama, leaving Kanye to confront his conscience. Kanye faces a crossroads. He could use this moment to seek help, channeling his turmoil into growth as he did with the college dropout after a 2002 car crash. Yet, his recent behavior, feuding with Tyler, the creator, and making inflammatory comments about Kardashian, leans toward repetition. The crude post following his apology hints at a man struggling to sustain contrition, caught between regret and rebellion. Hello, Hub. Welcome back to yet another episode of Kanye West and Jay-Z. Let's dive into the saga. On March 15, 2025, Kanye West posted a tweet that sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. In a series of rants on X, he targeted Jay-Z and Beyoncé's twins, Rumi and Sir, writing, "Jay and Bey's kids ain't smart, they retarded or something, sitting there with no talent." The use of the slur retarded to mock the intelligence of 7-year-old children was not just offensive, it was a deliberate violation of a sacred boundary. In hip-hop, where feuds are often lyrical and personal jabs calculated, attacking children is unthinkable. Kanye's words were a cruel escalation of his ongoing tensions with Jay-Z, transforming a professional rift into a deeply personal wound. Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, responded with a cryptic Instagram post. "I was raised to ignore ignorance and evil, and to keep it moving." The message was widely seen as a rebuke of Kanye, her restraint a contrast to his recklessness. Kim Kardashian, Kanye's ex-wife and mother of his 4 children, reportedly reached out to Beyoncé in solidarity, a gesture that underscored the tweet's gravity. Kanye initially doubled down, telling DJ Academics he deleted the post to avoid an X suspension, not out of remorse. Everything is like, "But you offended Jay-Z." "Fuck him," he said, dismissing the criticism. Yet he admitted to feeling bad about the tweet, a fleeting acknowledgement that hinted at inner conflict. To understand the tweet's venom, we must trace Kanye and Jay-Z's relationship, a bond once defined by mutual respect but eroded by time and resentment. In the late 1990s, Kanye was a Chicago producer knocking on the doors of Rockefeller Records, Jay-Z's label. His soulful beats, blending accelerated vocal samples with gritty drums, caught Jay-Z's ear, leading to contributions on The Blueprint in 2001. Tracks like Izzo, Hova, and Takeover showcased Kanye's vision, cementing his place in Jay-Z's orbit. Jay-Z, a rap titan, was a mentor to Kanye, guiding him through the industry's maze. Kanye's ambition outstripped his role as a producer. His debut, The College Dropout in 2004, redefined hip-hop with its introspection and wit, earning him a spotlight alongside Jay-Z. Their dynamic evolved from mentor-protege to peers, a shift Kanye celebrated in his 2007 track Big Brother. "If you admire somebody, you should go ahead and tell them. People never get the flowers while they can still smell them." The song was both tribute and confession, revealing Kanye's desire to match Jay-Z's stature. Their partnership peaked with Watch the Throne in 2011, a collaborative album that married Kanye's audacity with Jay-Z's precision. Songs like Otis and No Church in the Wild were anthems of Black resilience, their global tour a victory lap for 2 kings. Yet tensions simmered. Kanye's perfectionism clashed with Jay-Z's pragmatism, and their egos strained the bond. The fracture deepened in 2014 when Jay-Z and Beyoncé skipped Kanye's wedding to Kardashian, a snub Kanye later cited as a betrayal. "I was hurt about them not coming to my wedding," he said in a 2016 Sacramento concert rant, his voice cracking. That 2016 outburst marked a turning point. Kanye publicly pleaded, "Jay-Z, call me, bruh. You still ain't called me," while hinting at darker fears. "Don't send no shooters at me, bruh." The rant exposed a raw sense of abandonment, transforming their private rift into a public saga. Jay-Z responded indirectly on 4:44 in 2017. I know people backstab you, I feel bad too. But this fuck everybody attitude ain't natural. The words suggested empathy but also detachment, a mentor stepping back from a protege's spiral. Kanye's behavior grew more erratic, fueled by his bipolar disorder, political controversies, and personal upheavals, including his 2022 divorce from Kardashian. Jay-Z, now a mogul with Beyoncé, prioritized family and legacy, distancing himself from Kanye's chaos. By 2025, their brotherhood was a memory, replaced by a feud that culminated in Kanye's unforgivable tweet. The apology, a step toward atonement. On April 9, 2025, Kanye posted his apology on X. I'm sorry, Jay-Z. I be feeling bad about my tweet, but I still feel I gave my life to this industry and thought so many people were my family. But when I needed family on some real shit, none of these rap niggas had my back. Though addressed to Jay-Z, the apology implicitly included Beyoncé, whose children bore the brunt of Kanye's words. For a man whose career thrives on defiance, the gesture was seismic, a public admission that he had gone too far. The apology's focus on my tweet was deliberate, singling out the attack on Rumi and Sir as a distinct regret. Kanye's admission that he felt bad revealed a crack in his armor, a moment of introspection amid a storm of controversy. Yet, true to his complexity, the apology was layered with grievance. He framed his outburst as a reaction to industry betrayal, positioning himself as a martyr who lashed out in pain. This duality sparked debate about his sincerity. Some saw it as a step toward accountability, others as a half-hearted plea for sympathy. Hours later, Kanye muddied the waters with a crude post about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's personal life, prompting critics to question his remorse. Kanye's apology is the world's most offensive olive branch, the Daily Beast wrote, capturing the sentiment of those who felt he undercut his own gesture. The timing added another layer. Kanye had just released WW3, a solo album grappling with personal turmoil, including rumored tensions with Bianca Censori. The apology could be a strategic move to blunt backlash and refocus attention on his music, or a genuine reckoning with the harm he caused. The reaction, a divided response. The response to Kanye's apology was polarized. On X, fans debated its authenticity. I'm glad Kanye apologized for that vile tweet about Jay and Bey's kids, one user wrote, praising his accountability. Another countered, he says sorry then throws shade right after. Classic Kanye. The hashtag #KanyeApology trended, with memes dissecting his words. Media outlets reflected the split complex saw it as a potential bridge to reconciliation, while Rolling Stone argued Kanye's pattern of provocation undermines his sincerity. Jay-Z and Beyoncé have remained silent, their restraint a masterclass in dignity. Sources close to the couple describe them as deeply hurt by the tweet, with Beyoncé particularly protective of her children's privacy. Legal action was reportedly considered, but no lawsuits have surfaced, suggesting a choice to rise above the fray. Tina Knowles' earlier Instagram post remains their only public comment, a subtle nod to their focus on grace over retaliation. The hip-hop community grappled with the fallout. Artists like Chance the Rapper urged Kanye to seek help, framing the tweet as a symptom of deeper struggles. Others, like 50 Cent, took a harder line, arguing that Kanye's actions demand consequences, not excuses. The debate mirrored broader tensions about how to handle a genius whose volatility harms others. The cultural weight, a breach of trust. Kanye's tweet and apology are more than a celebrity feud. They're a cultural reckoning. Targeting Rumi and Sir violated hip-hop's ethos, where family is a sanctuary amid the genre's battles. Jay-Z and Beyoncé, as black icons, have fought to shield their children from fame's glare, making Kanye's attack a betrayal of communal values. The slur he used added another layer of offense, weaponizing a term with a painful history to demean innocence. The apology raises questions about accountability in the digital age. Kanye's platform amplifies his every word, making his mistakes monumental. Can a public apology repair such personal harm? Does it carry weight when paired with defiance? These questions resonate beyond hip-hop, touching on fame, mental health, and forgiveness. Kanye's bipolar disorder, which he has discussed openly, adds complexity. Supporters argue his tweet stemmed from untreated symptoms, while critics insist mental health cannot excuse targeting children. The truth lies in the tension, a man both shaped by his struggles and responsible for their impact. For Black audiences, the feud carries deeper significance. Jay-Z and Beyoncé embody a legacy of resilience, their family a symbol of triumph over systemic barriers. Kanye's tweet felt like a fracture in that narrative, a reminder of how internal conflicts can erode solidarity. His apology, however imperfect, offers a chance to mend that rift, but only if backed by change.